Hello, and welcome to the Ecom Sellers Podcast, where we cover e-commerce news, tips, and more every single week. My name is Nicole Whitlock, and I am one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Kelly, the Ecom Mom Ward, your other co-host.
All right. So we are so glad to be here to share e-commerce news and tips with you. We do this every single Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please share this out. Invite a friend to come and check us out so that we can keep you up to date on what's happening in the e-commerce space. We try to capture as much news as possible, but sometimes we're just a little busy, so we get little snippets of what's happening in the news. In any case, definitely join us. You can check it out on Ecom Sellers Academy's fan page and Facebook, and also Ecom Sellers Summit fan page and Facebook. We also invite you to join Ecom Sellers Mastermind, which is our free Facebook group if you want e-commerce support. So let's get on with it. Ms. Kelly, how was your week, or how has your week been? How are things going?
Well, I had to recover from having COVID last week. So, I mean, it was like a bad cold for me. It wasn't that bad. So I still managed to make myself list a couple of things every day so that I could keep my business going. And then, had, my husband, ship off any stuff that I sold. But, besides that, it's been all right. I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm ready to go back to work tomorrow. Because, they shortened, the CDC shortened the time you have to be, at home and such. So that's a good thing. Yeah, so that's a good thing, and, glad to get home. I'm sitting on the couch watching Netflix all day, so.
Did you see anything good?
Oh, I was just watching one whole show. I was watching the show Bones the whole time.
Oh, so you binge watched Bones. Okay, that was a good one to binge watch. I haven't seen Bones in a while. I mean, I think I watched like the first 6 episodes when it first came out, and then after that, I'm like, okay. So, but Bones was, I mean, it was good. I am a person, I kind of like, if I'm going to binge watch, I'll probably binge watch Ted Lasso, or I will binge watch Schitt's Creek. Those I like to laugh.
You know what those are.
I like to laugh. I don't want to, like, there's enough drama. So I'm like, my son likes to watch, I refer to it as the teen dramedy. And so it's not really a dramedy. It's like teen dramas, soap operas, teen soap operas.
I always like the whodunits and the like Cold Case and,
Cold Case. I've watched Cold Case a few times, and I've watched CSI. I used to be into CSI, not anymore. Yeah. So, well, for me, I cut off all my hair. My hair continued to come out from COVID, and so I cut it all off, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. So right now, I'm not really sure what to do with it. We'll figure it out. It's just all even, so probably kind of go and get it cut into some kind of short style, but right now it's just all even. I am not used to, I did have my hair cut short before, but I'm not used to this. So it is what it is, and it'll be okay, and the hair will grow back. It's just hair. It's just hair. And then I'm also on a new laptop. I don't know that I like it because I feel like I look sort of semi-washed out. Could be could be the camera lens. It could be the lights. I don't know. So I may record from my other one. The problem is my sound card is going out on my other laptop. So I'm no. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to switch. So either I'm going to have to actually get a webcam and maybe attach that and get a better filter on here or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But in any case, and also in our nonprofit, we are planning for our upcoming Easter event. So we're already starting to have the conversations about Easter. Some of you may be sourcing. And so, again, Easter is definitely around the corner. Before we know it, we'll be past the cold and into the, hey, there's the Easter bunny. So it'll be here before you know it. Trust me. So will spring break. Oh, not ready for that. We are at the end, almost the end of January. So hopefully all of you have been accomplishing your goals, whatever goals you set for the month of January. Hopefully you're still working on them. You still have a full week to accomplish them. So don't give up. In the midst of all the things that happened, you got to persevere through it, figure out how to do that. So in any case, I'm going to let Kelly get on with the news. So Kelly, do you want to go ahead and cover the news that you have?
All right. So eBay, I don't know if you noticed on the eBay app, they took off the visual search. And eBay said they are revamping that. They talked about that in their podcast. I listen to their podcast if I'm driving to work or something. I can listen to it, on my, comes out, from my phone onto my radio thing, and so I can listen to podcasts while I'm driving. So they have a nice podcast. If you haven't found eBay's podcast, after you listen to our podcast, go listen to eBay's podcast to see what's going on with eBay. They do some nice breaking down of things going on in eBay and things that are coming up with eBay. So Amazon's warning the sellers who are enrolled in the FBA program not to send canceled or deleted shipments that could affect your what do you call that? I got
your seller performance, your metrics. Yeah. Don't do that, because trust me, that inventory is probably going to get lost because they are not expecting it. No. They're not expecting it.
And then Prime memberships have been growing 30 million memberships per year.
Oh wow!
So yeah. Goodwill, like Goodwill. Goodwill. They have the Shop Goodwill auction site. So a lot of people have been sourcing from there. They have like what they call blue boxes and boxes of inventory that it's like basically they say it's a box of plush, and you get just a box of plush sent to you, and you don't have to pick out the plush. You just get a random assortment of plush or something sent to you, and some people find some really good stuff in there, boxes of jewelry and such. But they had a data breach this last week. So if you have a Shop Goodwill account, maybe you need to change your password and such. So
okay.
United States Postal Service, they have where you can order COVID at-home test kits now. You can order 4, and they will start delivering soon. You can order them on the United States Postal Service website. So
I already ordered ours.
And also on there, padded flat rates. Everyone's been saying, some people are like, oh, they're canceling them. They're not. No, they were just off the site because they were out for a while. But now they're going to. I just looked on mine, and I can order packs of 10. So I use these a lot.
All the time. Yeah.
All the time.
And I mentioned that in our last podcast as well. It's like, no. The thing that's going away is this one, not that one. So yes.
So, and that's all the news I really found besides the eBay. There was an eBay seller who got in trouble for selling stolen goods. So don't sell stolen goods. So yeah.
That's the sad reality. Like, there's been a lot of thefts. I mean, a lot of thefts. Thefts on the LA train system, thefts in warehouses. Like, it is crazy the number of thefts. And so, when you're sourcing, sometimes you don't know who you're getting a good deal from, because, they might list those things on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, yes, I can get it. And you don't realize that this is stolen goods. So, just try to vet as well as you can, because that's the best that you can do at this point. It is crazy. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's kind of bad. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. It's be my first time doing it on this laptop. we'll see if I get this right. I am trying to, let me see, window. I am going to share. I don't know what this is going to do, guys. So let me go over there. Okay. So before we get to our slides, yeah. All right. So before we get to our slides, like I normally launch these like in advance. And so sometimes the video is already taken off and you never know. So one thing I found is really interesting, reusable alternative to single use packaging. And so there are some people out there that are trying to come up with, some solutions. We, all use a lot of packaging. We're buying our inventory and then it gets shipped to our customers in boxes and bags and all sorts of stuff. And so they're trying to come up with some cool alternatives and what to do with this. So this was on Yanko Design. I don't know what Yanko Design is, but this is an interesting article. So I would, encourage you to check it out. And I think that's probably going to be the future because there's a lot of cardboard boxes being used, a lot of plastic bags, a lot of people buying online, stuff is being shipped. And so at some point, people are getting creative on how to solve this problem.
Yeah, it can be used for good some things, but like my glassware I sell is not be going in a inflatable bag. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sure that they're going to come up with all kinds of like baggage solutions. This is just one that they use this as an example for shipping like a dress or something like that. Mm-hmm. So again, I'm sure as this goes on that there's going to continue to be a need, and maybe those of you who are watching, come up with a solution to this. But there's clearly going to be a need to deal with, all of the cardboard that's in the world. Maybe you start a recycling center, I don't know, and a plastic center so you can recycle the cardboard. So
I recycle. I recycle by getting really good boxes that are still in great shape.
Yes.
To use.
I do that too. We reuse our boxes, but sometimes you get to a place where the boxes are just like destroyed or not in really good shape for shipping, and so we got to do something different. But ultimately someone was going to come up with a solution. I thought this was pretty funny because I have actually had this happen to me. Not the fact that, the toddler shipped all the stuff, but the video's playing in the background. But this toddler bought $2,000 worth of items from Walmart.
It reminds me of my daughter. She did that one time. She decided she wanted to have this My Little Pony castle from Amazon. So she got on my one Amazon thing that didn't have Prime on it at the time, and she ordered Prime so she could get free shipping. And then,
oh my God. These little kids, like we put in our credit cards in some of these accounts, and kids get really intuitive as they continue to play on electronics, and they get good at this stuff and good at ordering stuff. So let me just say, there was one time that my son Nicholas bought over $1,300 worth of streaming videos from Amazon.
Oh my goodness.
I know. And so I was like, no. And I think at the time he was 7 or 8. So again, or 9. He may have been 9. But anyway, and he is 14 now. He's going to be 15 coming up here pretty soon. But the point is that, as they continue to play on electronic devices, they get better and better at this. So he literally would just go and he bought over and over and over again. This was on the Kindle for Kids. And so I blocked the buying app. I blocked the buying capability, but there was something else that Amazon and Kindle hadn't worked out yet. And so I had to unlock it for something, and I forgot to lock it back. And probably about 8 months later, he spent another $600 or so. It's like you would think that I would learn my lesson, but clearly I didn't. So anyway, I know that I am not the only parent that encountered this before. So now he doesn't have the ability to buy anything. But my other son, he's, I'll see him sometimes be right there at the check, and I'll be like, what are you about to buy? Do not do that. Because again, our credit cards are stored, which is also great for hackers. So I hate it when websites ask you to store that. That's part of the convenience world that we live in right now. And it's got to be a different way to do that so that you don't have to store your stuff on their sites. But I thought this was a cute little picture of the little man with all of the furniture that he bought off of Walmart.com. So I think this is just such an adorable, cute picture because they're like, oh my God, this little one. And here's all the boxes that came in. So anyway, just know you're not alone if this happened to you as a parent. So evidently there is going to be potentially another stimulus. I don't know. I don't think any of us really know. But I know that there's a change in the child tax credit. So for some people, they will get another payment for their kiddos. So be on the lookout for that. That could be money you could reinvest into your business. If you want to invest it on your kids. But I'm just going to tell you, there's some people that are spending it on their business. So anyway.
My daughter's turning 18 in a couple months. So after we won't get any more child tax stuff. She turns 18. So bye-bye, all that.
All that is gone for you. She's like, I need to save that for her car or something. Yeah. Okay. Then the next one is that Shopify has terminated some of the fulfillment contracts that they have. Some people don't know that Shopify actually does have a fulfillment service. That's an option to you if you have a Shopify store. And so their stocks tumbled quite a bit after the news. I don't know why they terminated. Maybe they're getting some better contracts. Maybe they're getting some better deals with some different service providers. Maybe they're consolidating. So this is an article, if you want to search for it, about Shopify stock tumbling. And you can take a look at that. And, there might be some helpful information there for you, especially if you're an investor. But yeah, they have reduced some of their contracts. And it could be, there's a lot of Shopify sellers that use other services for fulfillment and are not using Shopify. So it could be that they had a bunch of money invested. I did read aspects of the article. I didn't read all of the article. So they kind of pointed out a couple of those things. Okay. The next one is, so Shopify links with JD.com for a China partnership. So in China, there's a lot of purchases in China. People are buying online a lot. And so JD.com evidently sells a lot on in China. And so they're trying to get U.S. merchants to sell their products to consumers in China. There is a lot of consumer buying that's happening in China. So for those of you that hadn't thought about it, maybe you're still just selling in the U.S., there's an opportunity for you to sell in other countries if you have the ability to get those shipments to them. Maybe you've got a fulfillment center that you're using or a service, or maybe you're drop shipping. But China is definitely picking up on the purchasing power. I thought the U.S. dominated in that area, but China is definitely picking up. So JD.com, I think this is an interesting partnership that they are establishing. So you can look into that further. That was in Yahoo Finance. Okay. And then this article, and again, the videos may have already taken off, so I'm just going to move past it. So they are seeing a decline in shoppers after the price hike. I don't think that the strategy is going to be revised, but they're seeing a slight decline from going from $1 to $1.25. I think that is really interesting. And it could be that just in general that people are like not spending as much money. It could be that the timing in which they captured this data, there's a bunch of people that got COVID. So there's been a decline in a whole bunch of stuff because COVID definitely took the U.S., I won't say by storm, but pretty much by storm. And so we'll see what happens. We'll probably want to monitor this over the next several weeks and see how the Dollar Tree responds to this. They may not respond to it at all, but this is also in Yahoo News. That was Yahoo Finance and Yahoo News. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it's just I think also because they have some of the stuff that's $1.25 now, but you can still go down to the Dollar General and still get it for $1. So they're like, why go pay $1.25 at the Dollar Tree when I still go to Dollar General or at the grocery store, or, and it's still $1.
Yeah, that's true. There are some grocery stores that still have a dollar deals aisle. I remember Albertsons used to have a dollar deals aisle. I don't know if they still have it. I haven't been to an Albertsons in a while since the one that was close to me closed. So, but I know that, the dollar deals is still good. So definitely check out Dollar General. Maybe that's where the foot traffic is going. And then I thought this was interesting, and I don't know, I got all these ads, but anyway, we're not paying attention to the ads. So they're saying the future of work isn't remote. Now, the irony is that there's another article that came out that said that the future of work was remote. So I don't know. I don't know that anybody knows what's going to happen, especially again with the COVID numbers being what they are. But I think that with more and more people being able to work from home, starting a side hustle, starting a side business is still a possibility for you. And there's potential for you to make some money. So think about that. If you're a person that has the opportunity to work from home, I would look into that and see if there's a side hustle that you could be doing in your, your spare time, or not necessarily your spare time. I will say this, working in a business, working in an office, working wherever, because there's going to be businesses where you can't do remote work, like replacing tires or installing tires or doing oil changes. You can't do remote work. Fast food fast food restaurants, you can't do remote work. Working in a grocery store, you can't do remote work, but there's other things that you can do. People that handle loan servicing, people that do call centers, people that do some type of tech support or things like that. You have opportunity to do remote work. So you don't always have to be in the office. So side hustles are a potential opportunity. I just thought this was an interesting article because it was direct contradiction to the article that came out 2 weeks after this one. So this is an entrepreneur. And I think if you look again, there's another one that's 2 weeks later that says that remote work is the bee's knees. So it is the future and companies need to get prepared for it. So that's my quick e-commerce news. Right now we're going to segue over to talking about ways to beat procrastination in your business. So procrastination is a problem for all of us. There's always something that we put off. One of the most common ones is our death piles. We talk about our death piles and we just put them off. And so, that's always a challenge, to have that work that you need to get done. And then, just the fact that, it shows up as what it does show up as, like, oh, okay, I didn't get it done. The death pile's been sitting there for 6 months. I didn't get those sales because I never touch it, blah, blah, blah. And so we're always procrastinating about something, whether it's procrastinating about sourcing, it's procrastinating about getting a shipment out. Don't procrastinate on that, because then you lose money. You got to give refunds. Okay. And then procrastinating about things that you need to do in your business, like you need to reconcile, you need to do your taxes, you need to whatever. So we're going to talk about 8 ways to beat procrastination in your business, because again, there's always something that we all procrastinate, whether it's in your business or in your personal life. There's always something. So I'll start with the first one. Plan ahead. So this could help you with beating procrastination because of the fact that you're planning ahead. Like the night before, one of the things I do is I set an alarm that goes off at 9:45, so I can write down, 3 to 5 things that I want to get done tomorrow. And so that way I can make progress in my business or make progress in my personal life, like schedule doctor's appointments, do whatever. So I'll write down a couple of things I need to get done, and I set an alarm every single day. So I have that window to write down, what do I need to do tomorrow? The other thing is setting aside some time to plan out your entire week. Everything that you want to get done Monday through Friday, being intentional about what you want to get done, and then also planning out your month. There are some times when you need to coordinate around different things. So spring break, I mentioned that. My kids are going to be home. So I don't want to be waiting until the week before spring break to be planning for what I'm going to do with my kids or what we're going to do. I'm going to plan ahead and try to figure out what's the strategy so that my kids stay productive. They don't regress in their skills that they developed. They're not 100% bored, and they're not on their electronics the entire time. So I'm going to plan ahead for that type of stuff. So that can help you with, like, maybe there's something that I need to get done and I can hand it over to my kids. Perfect example would be shredding documents, shredding paper. Like I can hand that over. They can do that over that break. And that's been something I've been procrastinating. So that's something that I get done, and they gives them something to do, keeps them out of my hair. So using, pockets of time, windows of time, so that you can plan ahead just a little, even if you write down 2 or 3 things, that way you can hopefully get those things done.
And I would say, put down 3 things that must get done, 3 things that need to get done, and then 3 things you'd like to get done. So you have, and make sure that you don't go and choose the you'd like to get done first. You got to get those things that must get done out of the way.
Yes. Get the must get done out of the way. It'll save you in the long run, maybe prevent some heartache and headache later. I agree.
I say create a checklist for momentum. We were just talking about the must get done, need to get done, and but having a checklist, just being able to mark things off as you get done. Because I remember when I worked at while I was going to nursing school, I worked in the deli at the grocery store. And we had things we had to get done every day. So we'd write a list, and it was so good to mark off, make the tuna salad, and mark off, put out this, and see that stuff you're getting done. So it gives you like a little self-esteem boost that, I got it done. It's off my list, so you can, do that and give yourself a little, woo, I got it done, and throw yourself a little 5-second woohoo party or whatever when you mark something off, listed 5 things, woohoo, and, now I have to go and revise 5 more things, woohoo, and get that done, and next thing you know, you take care of that list.
Absolutely. Like you said, I mean, it doesn't have to be a super long list, but one of the things that can help you with the procrastination is when you start to see that momentum, when you start to see, getting stuff off the list. So again, there are some people that get overwhelmed if the list is too long, and they're just like, oh, maybe you start with creating 3 different sections. Maybe you put the must get done on page 1. And so it's a short list and you don't feel overwhelmed. You flip the page and you put the want to get done, and then need to get done and want to get done on other pages. So you don't feel overwhelmed if you are anxious about looking at lists. And if you're not, and you're okay with burning through that list, then definitely, put them all on the same page. All right. Use a habit tracker to build the habit. Whatever it is that you're trying to get done, that you're procrastinating about, if you're procrastinating about doing taxes, or if you're procrastinating about, I don't know, cleaning, like right now, my office, procrastinating about cleaning my office, procrastinating about whatever it happens to be. So you want to build a habit so that this doesn't become overwhelming. And some things you may not be able to build a habit around, but there will be things that you will be able to build a habit around. And so this is one of those opportunities of something that if you do it and you keep it up, then you'll have a habit that you're building around it. Maybe reconciling your business reports, running your business reports, or reconciling your inventory, whatever it happens to be. Create a habit tracker so that you can check off every single time you do it. If it's something you're going to check daily, if it's something you're going to be checking weekly, or if it's something you're going to be checking monthly, whatever that happens to be. And that way you'll create a routine around it in your brain, and it won't be like, oh, okay. You won't be as overwhelmed because you've just been procrastinating. It's been piling up. It's been stacking up. And then you're like, okay, I'm paralyzed and I can't get anything done. So take it one step at a time, build a small habit tracker around it if it's something that you are going to be doing on a recurring basis, regardless of whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly. Is there anything you want to add to that, Kelly?
No.
Okay. All right.
Start by tackling 10 minutes at a time. So this is basically don't eat the whole elephant in one bite. You got to take that elephant down one bite at a time, So, take 10 minutes and say for this 10 minutes, I'm going to research these items that I need to list so that you're not going down rabbit holes. And next thing you know, it's been 5 hours and you're still researching one item. Not that I've ever done that, but anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just put a little timer. You could even set on your phone. You have a little, get a little egg timer from the dollar store or $1.25 store, and
absolutely. The other thing I was going to say is if the task that you have to do is like huge, it's monumental, or you feel like it's monumental, maybe that's the reason why you're procrastinating. Then if it's something that's going to take an hour to do or 2 hours or 3 hours, just tackle 10 minutes. Just do 10 minutes of it and then go do something else. So at least you're whittling away at it and it's not something that you don't get done. So if you're like right now, we'll talk about me in my office. If I whittle away at my office 10 minutes at a time every single day for a week, at the end of a week, that will be 70 minutes that I will have worked in my office at 10 minutes at a time. There should be a drastic improvement in the office. So then that way you don't feel as overwhelmed when you're trying to get things done. So whatever that task is, if it's small, then 10 minutes and focus on that task for 10 minutes. Or if it happens to be something that is a bigger task, just get started, just do 10 minutes of it and walk away so you're not overwhelmed. You might find that you have a desire to go back and do it anyway because finish it off because you actually got started and you started to see some progress. So progress will always hopefully keep you going. Hopefully. Dedicate time or block time. Very similar to what I just said, where Kelly just said, where we're dedicating 10 minutes to, if she's researching an item, she's going to research it for 10 minutes and then move on to the next thing. But, you may do 10 minutes double time. So you may do 20 minutes researching an item and say, that's the max that I'm going to research this particular item. I use time blocks, and time blocks are like for this 30-minute window or this, I really say a 30-minute window for me is really 25 minutes because I used a 5-minute break in there. But anyway, so for this 25 minutes, I'm going to do whatever this task is. So whether it is sourcing, whether it is listing, whether it is cleaning up my office, whether it is planning for tomorrow, like 25 minutes max, that's it. And then walk away or leave it alone, move on to the next thing. So that's another way to accomplish similar, not exactly the same. 10 minutes is just for those people that are stumbling to get started. If you do a full time block, look at, I've seen 30-minute time blocks, hour-long time blocks. And then sometimes people can feel overwhelmed if it's an hour of time block. So that's usually when I break mine up into 25 minutes, then a 5-minute break and 25 minutes. Makes it easy. Kelly.
Take 5 minutes between tasks. So like she was saying, she takes 5-minute breaks. So, you just need to take a minute, refresh your brain, get up, walk around, get the blood moving. So you're not just sitting all the time. My dog does that for me anyway. Every 20, 30 minutes, he needs to go outside. I don't know why. He thinks he needs to go outside every 30 minutes. But so every 30 minutes, he's over here ringing the bell. I need to go outside. So
gotta love the dog. Love the dog. He's helping you to get that break. Mm-hmm. Do the hard or complicated task first. So Kelly said, do your must and then your want, your need, and then your want. So your 3 things that you must do today. And sometimes in the must, that is like the complicated or hard stuff. Like you can't put it off. And especially if that complicated or hard thing is something that's going to require a lot of mental energy, a lot of physical energy, or it's going to be mentally exhausting, or it's going to take up a bunch of time. Again, combine some of these and use the 10 minutes just to get started on that complicated task, and then walk away, come back, and continue to whittle away at that complicated task. If you do the complicated stuff first, and if the easy stuff only takes you like 2 minutes to do this and 3 minutes to do that and 5 minutes to do this, you'll literally burn through the rest of your list very quickly because you did the hard stuff first. Now, some people like to do the opposite, burn through the easy stuff and then leave the hard stuff for the end. But again, then you're going to get into that whole procrastination, and you're going to have to combine some of these tactics just so you can get through the list. So figure out what works best for you based on how you think, how you operate, and what doesn't create an overwhelming amount of anxiety and stress for you. And just try to whittle away at it, 10 minutes at a time or whatever. But you got to get to those hard tasks, especially if they're important hard tasks. You want to add anything?
No. I say track your progress. So track how you're doing after you start, being more consistent and being, not procrastinating with your businesses. Are you having more sales? Are you, is your office you're able to walk around in it? You can see the floor actually. So, track your business. Getting her to crack up over there.
It is awful. If I turn my camera around, you'd be like, oh my God, Nicole, how do you even work in that office? I'm like, I don't know. It's a surprise to me. Anyway, go ahead.
So, see from month to month or from week to week, how your sales are doing. You are able to list more because you're being more active with the lists, that you provide yourself. And you're able to list, say you were listing only 10 items last week, and you're able to list 25. And how does that, have your sales gone up? Have you only sold, 10 items last week, and now you're selling 15 items? So having more sales, which of course, seeing that you're making more sales, it's going to motivate you to work more. So
yes. It's that momentum effect. When you're tracking your progress and you're seeing that you're actually making progress, then you're more motivated, and that builds that momentum in your business. So all of these together, they all work in tandem. They do work. They do. All right. So we want to encourage you to grab the My Econ Planner, so that you can build some consistency in your business. You can tackle it. You can transform your business into what you want it to be in 2022. Transform your business. Transform it into, a business where you're making the money that you want to make, where you're working the hours that you want to work in your business, where you're finding the inventory that you're trying to find in your business. So we want to encourage you, grab the My Econ Planner. You can go to www.myeconplanner.com to grab it right now. And if you want a free planner, what? You want a free planner? She said, what? Do you want a free planner? If the answer is yes, you can become a lifetime eCom Sellers Academy member by 2/2. By 2/2. And you can get an econ planner. So everyone who joins from today through February the 2nd, that becomes a lifetime member today through February the 2nd, will get a free econ planner shipped to them. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to change your business. It's going to change your life. It's going to change a whole bunch of stuff. It'll transform your business for sure. You'll be able to eliminate the procrastination. You'll be able to manage the procrastination. You'll be able to be more organized in your business, more focused, more consistent in your business by using the planner. So the great thing about that is, as you become a lifetime member between now and February 2nd, I was going to say February 22nd, February 2nd, 22, of 22. You can join our accountability and planning sessions that are starting this week. And it's only available to those people that are inside of Econ Sellers Academy. So you'll be able to take this planner and use it in conjunction with the accountability sessions where we're planning out your day, your week, and your month so you can make more progress in your business and get better results. I challenge you to kind of look at what your numbers were. So if we start with February, look at your numbers for February last year, and then look at your numbers for February at the end of this year. And if you're using the planner, seeing how much more progress you're making because of the fact the planner is helping you to gain that momentum and to be more consistent in your business, and you're not dragging your feet. So, I don't know what the stats are going to be, whether people are going to see a 10, 20, 30, 40% improvement in their business, but being more organized will always help you to make more progress in your business. And being more consistent will always help you make more money in your business. Go ahead, Kelly.
And having just an accountability partner. Find someone, we can start accountability posts in the academy, and you can put this is my goal for this week, and then come back, and we can all come back and see how we met our goals.
Yes.
Did I get that 25 items listed on eBay? Oh no, I beat that. I listed 30,
Yes.
Or I didn't get a chance because the dog got sick and the kids were upset and I only got 15 listed. But but still we can help each other out.
Absolutely. So I want to encourage you, if you become a lifetime member, then you can join our accountability sessions that are starting this week, and which should help you gain some momentum in your business. So step one, what you need to do is you need to grab the Econ Planner, go to www.myeconplanner.com, or you can become a lifetime Econ Sellers Academy member starting today through February the 2nd of 2022. And the way you do that is you can join Econ Sellers Academy at www.econsellersacademy.com. And we're even helping you out here. You can get 25% off of a lifetime membership by typing in 25 off ESA. So what? You get a percentage off of a lifetime membership, and I'm going to get a free planner too? What? So I'm just saying, go and do that now. Join the Ecom Sellers Academy, get your free planner. It will change your life, change your business, transform everything about the way that you operate your business, and help you to gain that momentum and consistency that you have been you've been striving to get. Plus, you'll have a group that's there to support you and cheer you on. So join our sessions. We're excited about our sessions. I keep forgetting I'm on the other laptop and I'm clicking on the mouse and nothing is happening. So, okay, now let me move this. Oh, let me put Kelly back. Looks like a new laptop. Like, oh, what? Kelly is gone. Okay, so with that being said, I do want to encourage you to grab your My Econ Planner. This is actually the final version of it. We've had so many different versions of this thing, and we have worked on. I got the glare from the light, so I'm trying to not have it. But anyway, this is a gorgeous book. It has a lot of great information in it. It's got e-commerce tips, and it has so many beneficial pieces to it. So go grab your Econ Planner right now. Okay, guys? All right. Is there anything else, Kelly? Oh, I forgot to mention. So the Ecom Seller Summit is coming up, everybody. It is coming up February 21st through the 24th. Think about that. 21st through the 24th. We are going to have a special offer for that. So if you want to get the recordings, definitely I would encourage you to do that. And as I said in the last podcast, like for those of you that didn't get everything from the Q4 Summit, as only because, we were out with COVID and we just had to play catch up on everything. We did process a bunch of different, well, it wasn't a bunch. We had a handful. A lot of people got what they were entitled to get, but we had a handful of people that we weren't able to get the things out to them that we intended. So a handful of you will be getting or have maybe already gotten the stuff that you had won. So I think there was like maybe 4 or 5 people, but the rest of them, all the remaining 12 or so, 13 or so, got all their stuff on time. And we apologize for the delay. We apologize for that because of COVID. And then And then there were a couple of bonuses that weren't loaded up to the back office, and those were loaded up a week ago. So, and I mentioned that in the last podcast. I just wanted to remind you. But we do have a special for this upcoming summit. So you definitely want to grab the recordings because it's going to be a super low price. And we encourage you to grab those. So with that being said, is there anything else I forgot, Kelly? I'm sure there's something I forgot.
No, nothing I can think of.
All right. Well, we are glad that you came to hang out with us. My name is Nicole Whitlock.
And I'm Kelly, the Ecom Mom Ward.
This is the Econ Sellers Podcast. We do this every Monday at 8:30 p.m. We encourage you to come back, hang out with us, and check out our podcast. Share it with a friend, let them know about it, and invite them to come hang out with us. So with that, I will say goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye.